Hey everybody, it's Judy Klock here at Stampin' with Crafty Clock, coming to you today for a quick little lesson at lunch. And we're going to finish out our World Watercolor Month celebration by working with one of my favorite stamp sets called Watercolor Shapes. And we're going to pair this with our new Hope and Peace Christmas Sentiments to create a non-traditional Christmas card. So let's go ahead and get started. Let me just go ahead and make my desk area a little bit bigger. There we go. So today we're going to work with our watercolor shapes and our Hope and Peace to create a Christmas card. It's sort of Christmassy because we have the red and green, but we're using our new Sweet Sorbet and our Parakeet Party, and we're throwing in a little bit of Pool Party in there to create what I'm considering a non-traditional Christmas card. But let's go ahead and get started. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to pull in my Stampin' Pierce mat because these are photopolymers, and we know that we want that extra cushion to make sure that we get a nice clean stamp. So I'm going to take here a piece of basic white that is 4.5 by 5 1/4, and I'm going to stamp with my Parakeet Party that watercolor oval shape, the smaller one. There's two. There's a larger one and a smaller one. I'm sorry, this is actually the larger one. And I'm going to stamp it right in the middle with Parakeet Party. Right, and then I'm going to come back in with our Memento Tuxedo Black. And I'm going to stamp my sentiment, just a simple Merry Christmas, right over there. Because not only are we ending July and World Watercolor Month, but we're celebrating Christmas in July. So this week is all about Christmas in July at Stampin' with Crafty Clock. All right, I'm going to leave my Parakeet Party open. I'm going to put this off to the side till we're ready for it. And I'm going to pull in my other piece of basic white. Now this is a little smaller. This is 5 by 3 3/4. And we're going to stamp a couple of different things on here. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to stamp the great big watercolor circle in Sweet Sorbet. So let me make sure I get this inked well. Okay, I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to stamp it in the lower right hand corner. All right, I'm going to leave that there for a minute. I'm going to come in with the small watercolor circle. Let me just make sure that I don't have any ink on it. And I'm going to stamp it in our Parakeet Party. And I'm going to stamp it full strength once, a little bit off strength another time. And I'm going to come back in and I'm going to stamp it full strength one more time, maybe over here. And I'm kind of overlapping my big red circle. All right, I'm going to come back in. I'm going to clean this off. I'm going to come back in with my Pool Party. I'm going to stamp it full strength over here, maybe a little less than full strength here, and maybe one more full strength one. I don't know, maybe we'll go maybe down here. Okay, and I'm going to come back in with some more Sweet Sorbet. I'm going to stamp it. Maybe we'll put one there, and we'll put one a little bit off center here, and maybe one more full strength one up there. Okay, and I'm just going to fill in until I think I have enough. I'm going to maybe come back with another Parakeet Party one here. Okay, and maybe one more. Let me do a little one here, and then we'll come back in with one more Pool Party full strength right here. All right, and I think we're going to leave it at that. That looks fine. Then I'm going to take our sentiment that says, peace on earth, goodwill towards man. I thought I had this on a block already, but I don't. So let me switch out real quick. I'm going to put that on a block. Now, if you're ever not sure, I just kind of lay it down and then pick it up like that so I can make sure that it's sort of centered or straight on my block. I'm just going to ink this up with our Tuxedo, Memento Tuxedo Black, and we're going to stamp that right here. All right, let me close up all of my inks before we go any further, because you know me, I usually make a mess. So I'm just going to go ahead and close these up real quick. So hopefully I won't stick my finger in any of them like I usually do, but we're trying to be careful today. All right, now we're ready to assemble our card. So our card base is a piece of Parakeet Party. It is 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4.25. I have a piece of Sweet Sorbet that is 5.25 by 4. And then we're going to put on top of that our basic white. That was 5 by 3.75. So let's go ahead and start getting these all assembled. So I'm going to put down my Sweet Sorbet layer. There we go. Sometimes it takes just a bit to get started. Okay, so it's not really a watercoloring technique today because we kind of cheated a little bit and used our watercolor shapes, but I think that will count for World Watercolor Month. That's my story and I'm sticking to it. All right, I'm going to come back in here with our cover, our piece on earth, with all of our beautiful watercolor circles on there. All right, mount this up. I have no idea why I turn it this way. I just find I can put it on better. And then I've got here our piece for our inside. That was 4 by 5.25. And we're just going to go ahead and put some adhesive on here and put that in there. And then we'll finish up with some of our seasonal adhesive backed sequins in Sweet Sorbet. Let me just come over here. Let me grab my pick tool. Take your pick. And I'm going to add some of these beautiful adhesive back sequins. If I can pick them up. There, one there. Now if you'll notice, I have a little bobble right there. I kind of got a little bit of ink there. Look, we're going to make that disappear. Boop. So you can always make your little errors disappear with an embellishment. All right, that's it. That ends our celebration of World Watercoloring Month. We're done. I hope you'll give this set a try. It's really pretty. And I think it pairs really well with the Peace and Hope stamp set because that's only sentiments. There's no images with it. So I thought this was the perfect sets to pair together. That's it. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you all next time. Bye.